Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Frankie B and I am on the artwork. This time it is for the sketch card fulfillment. This was the reward tier that Matthew and I had for the Kaijus and Cowboys very successful Kickstarter campaign. And so I've been working on the cards, penciled them up. It was 16 cards in all that I had to end up doing. These were going to be black and white with some gray tone added to them, just to kind of flesh it out a little bit. But anyway, it had a lot of different diverse ones that people really, it just, they made them so much fun for me. So I'm very grateful for that. So again, this was going to be on our cardstock. This cardstock is a 32 point black line, I believe, has a nice little black line, but it's a nice sturdy cardstock, especially for sketch cards. This definitely will hold up. It holds up to the pencil, it holds up to the ink. I don't usually paint and stuff, but I have used Copic markers and stuff on these, and it definitely holds up nice and vibrant and bright. But anyway, since these won't be full color, they will be gray toned. The gray tones hold up on them pretty well. So anyway, this section, because I already did a video, I did this massive like over a little 2-hour Facebook live draw where I showcased all the cards pretty much, and went through the whole routine, just me just inking up a big batch of them and stuff. So that's going to be it's going to be on my YouTube page in a few minutes. But right for now, I'm going to be focusing on these particular cards because I was very happy that I had at least 4 backers who were like, look, we love the Hunter bot. Here's your protagonist in your story, and could you draw him? And so with that, that request, then hey, that makes me very happy because again, this is going to be our own creator-owned character IP, and one of the things about it is it is kind of refreshing to be working on my own personal IP character. And it's nice and fun to be doing stuff like Transformers and Voltron and Mazinga Z and just all those different Godzilla and stuff like that. That's great too. Those are legacy, what I call my legacy IPs. They really don't need my help in helping to get the word out about them. They're already set in stone. But for the little guys like us, we're just propping up. We're just like this new seed that's now going to try to grow. And the thing about it is, ideally, we would love to see our character evolve to the next level, whatever that level is. It would be a lot different than how it is today, and that's in my mind, in my soul, my spirit, the passion of it. That's what I look at. So anyway, first off, I'd like to just thank you for watching the videos. As you can see, my enthusiasm, I'm so, usually I'm on point, and I'm, like, hey, thank you for coming to the page and, to the channel, checking us out the video. But anyway, I just want to thank you for coming to the channel, checking it out. And also for, if you happen to be somebody who did back the Kickstarter campaign, thanks again. I mean, I'm hoping that you really dig the sketch card art, and then overall you dig the comic book and all the extra little goodies if you went for certain reward tiers, and that just keep your eyes open. We're looking to drop next year. We have been picked up by Second Sight Publishing. So really, once I get past all this stuff to film it, then I got to go into head strong, second, third, fourth gear when it comes to the actual production. That means we're going to be I'll be working on illustrating the comic book, and then my man Matthew will be writing the story and stuff. And that's when the real fun's going to happen. So anyway, as usual, I'm breaking up my Micron pens. I got a couple of different ones here. Sometimes I've been playing around with my Copic markers. I got Copic marker fine liner pens as well. I have my, the Tombow sort of marker pen, and then also the Pentel. You gotta have that lying around. This time around, I don't know. I haven't been really breaking out the brush for these because I was using the brush a lot for the sketch covers and stuff. So just wanted to give it a little rest with that, but I can say that most likely once I start on the comic book pages, I will be using the brushes on those and stuff, so most definitely. So anyway, let's get this thing going. So as usual, this will be a mashup video, and the mashup videos are pretty much my videos where I open up do a short little discussion about what I'm doing, and then I transition over to hyperlapse, which is really fun. That's when it looks like I'm drawing at like super speed. So anyway, yeah, it's been fantastic. Actually, I just I'm happy to say that I did an auction this past Saturday for on the Red Valkyrie channel, and two of my sketch covers, and some, I believe, what is it, cards? I think some sketch cards also. They found new homes, so very happy about that. All right. I can't wait, because I mean, getting back to Kaijus and Cowboys, Matthew's been, sort of sending me little outlines of what the overall story is going to be. But, again, you never know until once you start really, when he starts really laying in there and laying out the story and stuff like that. And then ideally, then I, will get in there and start working on the thumbnails and stuff just to kind of get the layout and stuff and building that all up. So it's just, oh man, I just can't wait. A lot of ideas flood into my brain. I've already started building up a small file of just reference material dealing with the West, but then also remembering that this is going to be a sci-fi story. So it's not like the typical like Western kind of thing. No, it's going to be sci-fi, just fun, It's definitely an interesting character. I'm really loving the fact that people are they're starting to key in on the aesthetics of him. They like the look of him, and that's very important. So we got that working for us. The look is definitely, people are starting to jive with that, and that's a good thing. And again, it was one of those things where I had an idea in my head of a look, and then I just said, I'm just gonna go with it. I know that once working with the character, I definitely want to have it like a lot of two-fisted justice, a lot of the punching, and a lot of acrobatic stuff. Even in the zero issue, once people see it, they'll get an idea of where, ideally I want to see how the character goes. The character doesn't rely on just guns. That's that whole thing where the thing about the West is that guns played a role, but I'm totally into the fact of just a human being, well, he's not a human, but just how human beings dealt with situations and stuff. And and the gun wasn't always the go-to thing. They had to rely on their wits, they had to rely on their skill, fist fighting, or even, using a knife, or, the rope, or whatever. So there's a lot of different things they had to rely on. I think it's always like this weird thing when you just see just a gun, and it's like, oh, no. Even to be a gunslinger, you had to have skill with the gun. They didn't have AK-47s that can shoot off like 1,000 rounds or anything like that. No, you actually had to have skill in using the a firearm, and that to me was just amazing. It was a God, I don't even know. It's almost like a martial art. It's just like you try to imagine with swords, but just with the gun, and utilizing it, and being able to, get a 6-shooter and you just be able to reload it at like super fast speed. I mean, it's incredible. But overall, I just want the character. There's going to be a lot about this character, and I know that that's going to play strong into the story and how the story is told, but also visually, that's going to be up in my, my wheelhouse, where I'm going to have to convey how this character feels and stuff like that, and I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, let's hit that a little bit. Put a little bit of texture. In this little scenario, I again, when I do a lot of these my sketch cards, I usually tell people, one character and then a little bit of environment, And so in this scenario, I wanted to at least show that he's punching something, but you get a little bit of the hand in the foreground or something. It's always tough for me. I say one thing and then all of a sudden the art commands me to add a little extra, you know. All right. I can't tell you how good this cardstock is. Once I upload the drawstream, I'll have the information. I believe I have Karen's information. She's the printers who do these cards and stuff. She actually has done it for a couple of people in the sketch card industry and stuff, and so she knows what she's doing. And just really good, just overall good customer service and that kind of thing. Like I said, you know, that's the greatest strength of any business or any person out there is your reputation. That's all you got. You got your reputation, and if your reputation isn't good, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, you want people to be talking about your stuff and what you do in a positive way. You don't want it to be like something where people are just like, no, we don't want to deal with this. This person is, you know, run, buyer beware. You don't want that. And so all I can tell you is that the service that I got from Karen was amazing. She actually, when she was doing these cards, you know, because again, I was working on different things and stuff, and there was a typo and stuff, and she caught it, you know, and I was very grateful. I was like, wow, thank you. Before they went to print, she let me know about it in an email and stuff, and that was really cool. And I really appreciate that. That just shows really good customer service. Yeah. And I like to also just say, like, once people get the actual comic, the zero issue, they can see that his dreadlocks serve a purpose too. You know, when I think of characters, especially characters I create, I try to think of different uses of what their body or what they're capable of doing, you know. And one of the things about it, a comic book series that I really loved was Jack Kirby's Machine Man. What a great character. I love the Jack Kirby stuff. Then later on, I think Dickel did some stuff. I think so, but that's when they depowered him, which I got the book and I was reading it. And it was kind of like a letdown. I didn't dig it. It definitely got away from what Kirby was doing. I thought what Kirby was doing was fun. It was like really out there. His power, like his ability to sort of you know, just sort of like almost like a transformer. Like he could build up things on his body and stuff. He had crazy ability. Like, yeah, I suppose you could, you know, skim down on some of what he could capable of doing, but still, it was like they literally neutered him. Like they took away a lot of his potentials. Not even his potential. Excuse me. They took away a lot of his abilities. And it just was like, ugh. I found that like they depowered him to a point where it was like, ugh, no. Such a great character too. All right. All right. Woo. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's feeling good. You know, it did. Like when people, like at least we had 4, like out of 16, had 4 people who just were like, can you just draw the character? You know, I want to get used to that. I want to get to the point where that's all people are going to want. They're going to be like, hey, can you draw this character? And plus the other characters, I mean, I can't say everything, but the stuff that we have planned, let's just say there's going to be some more fun. There's going to be a lot of other cool stuff going on. So that's my dream is that you know, that it finds its place and then people can enjoy it. And then, yeah, we build up on the universe. All right, let's see, let's get that. Now I'm using the Pentel brush to kind of, since this hand is really in the foreground, I want nice, strong, bold lines, just to emphasize the, you know, the strength of it, that is definitely in the forefront, and then more thinner lines in the back, just to give a sense of perspective. You know, it's important to have those different line weights. They definitely are important. Okay. All right. It's looking good. I think we're at the 16-minute mark. Okay. Well, at this point, I'm going to be shifting over into hyperlapse. Hey, as I always say,